And then we got the Ranger getting put to use as a ladder right now. If we come down here, you're going to see up above there's a pole. And we're going to make ourselves a lean-to using a couple of tarps. And these are the crates from tractors that I picked up at a local farm place. So we're going to get that put up hopefully tonight and be able to have a place to store stuff. Not bad for 50 bucks. Now we can get started on that. Alright, so the idea at this point is we've got this end squared off and we've got the nails coming down through. And now we're going to take a second tarp and we're going to lay that second tarp down through across this inside. And then we're going to every other the nails back and forth in order to make sure that it binds and it stays on during any windstorms. We're going to take this section, we're going to wrap it a little bit around that tree over there, and we should be all set there. Over on this side, I've got a piece of maple, and we're going to run it down that way. And we're going to grab another piece, and we're going to run it down this way. And then we're going to take these little tractor things that I found, and we're going to set them in here. And they square off because the corners are still intact on them. And we should be able to make some semblance of a shelter. There we are. There's our Redneck Shelterlogic. So what we have now is we got a pole across the front in order to go and keep this nice and tight because the wind tends to come down across this way, kind of at this angle. And inside we've got our pallet boxes on the inside to make a little bit of a cubby in there. Now you can see how I did that. I deliberately ran that further through so that I could be able to put this piece on. And I even left myself enough of a notch I could put another one here if I wanted to go and set something in underneath that edge. And also all of this was done with just this regular Remington saw. Every bit of cutting and everything was all done with this RM4214. I love these little things. I'll make sure there's a link in the description. So here we are. I found a board up at the old cabin. Made myself a nice little breakfast nook in here. And as you can see, it's quite large on the inside of here. I've probably got close to about 10 feet across here. Each one of these tarps up above me is 16 feet long, so I've got about 14 feet on the inside of here. This is just to buffer it so it doesn't go straight through the tarp because these edges are sharp and rolled. These are unfinished boards. And there's another one, just so it doesn't go through the tarp. I'll need to put something over the top of that one. I just noticed it. So there we go. Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down so that the grade of it is straight, a little bit more rolled downhill if I can. It'll depend on where the roots out of this thing end up going, but if I can cut that grade a little bit, it'll gain me another 6 inches or so of clearance to get into here as I'm working. Plus I can take all the dirt that I pull from here and I can stick it in this area here, which tends to be about 6 inches lower than everything else, and that'll bring it up to a level across all of this. My goal is probably to make, with 2x4s, probably some sort of workbench across this side. And probably with 2x4s, some sort of just retro workbench across that side. And eventually this end here, I'm just going to simply stand a tarp from here to here, pull it as far to the side as I can and roll it over. It should do fine. Like I said, This entire building is not made for me to survive the winter. It is just simply made to be able to work during the thunderstorm season that we tend to get over the course of the next month. It's not going to do me any good to be sitting inside of a tent doing nothing. So I built this for $50 in order to be able to, well, let's see. The tarp pack, a friend of mine purchased for me at Sam's Club. The tarp pack itself was $20. The nails and stuff in order to do the top and the sides were another $2, I believe. And the really good quality tent stakes, they were $1 a piece. So there's 10 of those, and I'm going to need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to need another 12 of those in order to finish this off. So that'll be another $12. So, oh, plus some chainsaw gas. So in total, it basically ended up costing me about 50, maybe $60. The pallet sides were free. These ones here that I'll end up using for making little things were free. It should work out good. So thanks everybody for supporting me, for watching the channel. I'll be putting up the stuff about the cabin real soon. I got the approval. There'll be a video coming up with the cabin layout design, where it's going to be on the property, and all of that for you guys to see. Plus, I'll be starting a GoFundMe soon for that. For everybody who's kicked in on the PayPal, I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to go and be as far along as I am without you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support. Have a good day, everyone.